Hello my friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Ming. In my previous vlog and videos about Royal Caribbean and our experience cruising with the Royal Caribbean, a lot of you guys ask a lot of questions about my experience, and with a lot of changes going on in 2023 with Royal Caribbean cruises, I think it's great to make a video clarifying some of the questions you asked me in my previous videos in the comment section, and also just overall overview what's coming, what are the changes coming in 2023 with Royal Caribbean cruises. And we have been loyal customer with Royal Caribbean in the past. We've been cruising with Royal Caribbean for years. With a lot of new changes coming, I really don't know what I feel about it. So the first thing that I want to clarify about the previous videos in my vlog, I talk about recommending the key package. And a lot of you ask questions about like, what is the key? Like you keep talking about the key package or the key program. What exactly is the key? The key is like a program or package that you purchase, and this is what you enjoy if you purchase the key program with your vacation. So first you get the priority access to the terminal within the booked arrival time on day one. So basically you can skip the line, and that is a lifesaver for us. And we basically skip like a 45-minute line, and it's pretty cool, and I definitely recommend the key package solely for this particular reason. And you can do the carry-on bag drop-off in the main dining room with stateroom delivery. There is a exclusive welcome lunch in the main dining room featuring the grill menu. Previously, we absolutely loved that. We loved that we had exclusive lunch, and the Chops grill menu is definitely a little bit better, higher quality than the regular main dining menu, but I feel like based on the past two experience, the quality of the food actually decreased from July 2022 to the late December 2022. And I don't know if they're gonna keep the same quality as December 2022 in the 2023 year, because previously it was such a great experience, and then for some reason the portion becomes smaller and the cooking was not as good. The execution was not as, based on my honest experience in the past time, I don't know, like I didn't really like the lunch that we had compared to the first time we had it. And also we had private time for onboard activities such as the rock climbing, flow rider, and other things, and it seems pretty good with this. But when we went on a cruise, for some reason there's no one at the rock climbing, there is no one at the flow rider, so it's very easy just to get in line. But of course if you go on a bigger ship, it will be great to have private time because the line will be shorter. And there is also priority departure at the tender ports of call from ship to shore. You do get the VIP access at the shows of Main Theater, Aqua Theater, Studio B, and 270. You have to have reservations, but if you have the reservations, you can actually go in there to the front row where they have reserved the seating for the VIPs. So the key guests are considered VIPs, which is pretty nice, especially if you're running late for the show. And you do get the internet, and it's one package per paying guest. And this is the main reason we get the key package, because the internet would have been like already pretty expensive. So when we went on the ship, when we went on board, it would have been like only $5 extra per day. So it would have been like 5 times 7, $35. So for $35, we get an exclusive lunch, we get an exclusive breakfast at the last day, which is the debarkation day. Enjoy the exclusive a la carte breakfast and choice departure. And we can skip the line with the departure, we can skip the line with access to the terminal. So we do think that it is a great deal. So if you plan to purchase the internet package regardless, then maybe consider the key program. But if you do not plan to purchase the internet, then the key package would have been like super expensive. It wouldn't be worth it. So coming in 2023, Royal Caribbean rolled out a lot of changes. The first change is the main dining room menus will shrink. And previously I made a video reviewing my experience before the change happened. Like, what if they shrank the menu? Would I enjoy as much in the main dining room dinner? And I feel like I will still enjoy it, but the experience will definitely be very different because there are days that I do count down the classic menu compared to the rotating menu. So the items that you see on the classic menu, such as the shrimp cocktail and escargot, these things, it will still be on the menu, but it will not be on the menu every single day. So, which post up, I don't know. I just feel like I like a classic menu that I can fall back on if I don't want to try something new. There is an example of the new menu right here on the screen. As you can see that there are only 5 starters, 6 courses to choose from, and 5 desserts. And of course you can choose from the premium selection, and there is a chef recommendations every single night. I am not happy about this change. I definitely understand with a smaller menu it will make the main dining experience a little bit shorter, but I wish that they just shrank the size of the rotating menu and the main menu, because I felt like they don't need 5 classic items and then 5 rotating items, and that's one of the biggest changes. So you will still see the classic items, but they will not be there every single night. So if you really like that shrimp cocktail, when you see it, you better order it. That is one of the biggest changes. And if you're a picky eater, or if you have children who are a little picky, so definitely like pay attention to that as well. The next change is something that me and my husband are pretty mad about, is the change in Lobster Night. So basically, Royal Caribbean have always been having this Lobster Night when it comes to longer cruises. Even with shorter cruises, sometimes they still have offered a Lobster Night. And usually in the past, Lobster Night is like all you can eat lobster. Ta-da! It's like one of my favorite things about going on cruises is that Lobster Night. I will try to eat less lunch just so that I can eat more lobster for dinner. But even when I eat more lobsters, it's not like I order a whole table full of lobsters. It's really like order 2 lobster tails to 3 lobster tails per person. I cannot eat over 3 lobster tails, but in the future, there is going to be a new change, which is to limit 1 lobster tail per guest. If you want additional lobster tail, then you will pay $16.99 plus 18% gratuity. And this change was rolled out by both Royal Caribbean and Carnival at the same time. So they probably had a deal like, let's do this together. So I don't have another alternative ship to fall back on. So this is something that I felt like I'm a little mad, but it's not a deal breaker for me. Comparing to the changes in the main dining menu, I feel like I would rather have a big menu of selections compared to eating as many lobster tails as possible, because I can always go to Costco to get lobster tails. But when it comes to the menu, there were definitely days where I did not like anything on the rotating menu. The next change is in regards to the formal night. I remember a long time ago when I went on a cruise ship, you had to dress up during the formal night, or else like the waiter will stop you before you go into the main dining, because that's supposed to be like a formal night if you're wearing like informal shirts, sweatshirts, or things like that. But now the formal night is gonna change to dress your best night. I'm not too mad about this because like I haven't dressed up in formal nights for a while, and I feel like you can always dress up. But I do feel like for people who really appreciate that formal night, like it kind of makes me feel silly if I dress up when everyone is dressed down. It makes me stand out, and I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. So that's like a kind of like a change that's slowly rolling out, because like first I started to notice that the waiter is not making a big deal when you're not dressing up on formal night. And last time when I went on cruise ship in the late December 2022, they still had the formal night, but it was also Christmas, so I felt like people wanted to dress up for Christmas and New Year. But for future, maybe it's okay to have dress your best night. Like, what do you think of it? Like, please comment down below. Personally, I don't care what other people dress. So the next change is I think a somewhat good change. So there's going to be a different type of internet offered. Royal Caribbean is trying to install the Elon Musk SpaceX Starlink internet, and that is supposed to be way faster than the current internet they had. So there will be an improvement in terms of internet speed. But with that improvement in speed, there's gonna be improvement or increase in prices. I personally not too mad about it because I try to upload YouTube videos on cruise ship and it's a pain in the butt. Like I had to upload like overnight for my videos, and sometimes because you can only use one device, I cannot use my phone when I use my computer to upload a video. The internet on board is already pretty expensive, so maybe it will become a little bit unaffordable for some of the guests because they're gonna increase the prices. But what do you think of that? Like I think overall I want a faster internet since it's just 7 days and on cruise ship. Like if I don't want to use the internet, maybe I won't buy the package. So the next change is increase in prices and onboarding spending and drink package. This thing is like slowly rolling out. Pricing of different things, they have not been fixed. So you can see during certain seasons, it's more expensive compared to the other seasons. But overall, like based on what the officials shared from Royal Caribbean, they felt like they can increase the price and increase their profit and still have a lot of guests booking their cruise ship. So I do understand that because with the inflation going on, with the prices of everything going on, cruise ship is still pretty affordable type of vacation considering how luxurious you may feel on a cruise ship compared to other types of traveling. Because like other types of traveling, you still have to book the hotel, which are increasing their prices, and the restaurants increasing their prices. So how much they're gonna increase, we don't know, but it's probably gonna be fluctuations season by season. And so with that increase, I think one of the increase they will see is with the drink package, especially their deluxe alcoholic drink package. So I have friends ask me about this question, like, do everyone in the room have to get the drink package? So me and my husband have never got the deluxe drink package only because I am allergic to alcohol and my husband don't drink. But the policy of the deluxe alcoholic drink package is that if anyone in your room wants to purchase that, everyone in the room has to make that purchase. So it doesn't apply to people who are underage. So if you have 3 people in the room, 2 of them are 30-year-old and 1 of them is 5-year-old, then of course the 5-year-old doesn't have to purchase that, but the 2 30-year-old have to purchase that. And this is, I kind of understand why they do it because they don't want you to share. Or just consider this, like if a husband and a pregnant wife go on a cruise ship, then if the wife can't drink, then the husband cannot drink either. Well, I guess it makes sense, right? For someone who's like allergic to alcohol, I would never drink. With non-alcoholic package, then you don't have to purchase for everyone in the room. So if you buy the non-alcoholic package, then maybe one person can get it, the other person doesn't have to get it. My husband drinks a lot of juice and shakes and stuff. I personally don't. So like for him, it's actually worth it. For me, I only need the coffee, and they're rolling out a special package for coffee drinks. So you don't have to get the full refreshment package. You can just get the coffee package on some of the ships. So if you want a latte, like espresso drinks, you can just go to Cafe Promenade to get your espresso drinks, your coffee drinks, and you don't have to get the shakes, which I think is pretty good. But it's not a package that's available in every single ship. It's just available in some of the ships, I believe. I personally didn't experience this, but it was reported in a recent cruise by with Quantum of the Seas. Basically, some of the guests from the Quantum of the Seas reported that the housekeeping service was cut in half. So in the past Royal Caribbean housekeeping, they will come in the morning, make the bed, and they will come in again during dinner time to make the bed. So the housekeeping service was like twice a day, and then you can flip the card. Of course, if you don't want them to come in the morning, that's totally fine as long as you signal to them. And the housekeeping staff have been like really nice and helpful and everything. But Apparently, Royal Caribbean is testing out what if we just give the guest one housekeeping service a day, just like once a day, like the regular hotel. Because you know, regular hotel, they only go in once a day. But with this change, they will not cut gratuity. So you may think that, okay, so if I'm getting less service, I'm paying less tips, right? But that's not true. They're not going to cut the gratuity, but they are still trying to cut the housekeeping service. So to me, it doesn't bother me that much. I feel like I probably just need room service once a day. We always bring cash to tip extra. So this is like one change that I don't think it bothers me, but what are your opinion? Please comment down below. So the next thing is like what we noticed in our last cruise ship, because we've been on Royal Caribbean, we've been cruising with Royal Caribbean before 2020, right before the whole pandemic thing. So what we noticed is that a lot of the complimentary food spot on the ship, they actually shorten their service time or shorten their service duration. They start to close very, very early. This is kind of bothersome to me. Like for example, I remember vividly the cafe in Solarium offer almost lunch, but last time it only offered breakfast. And I remember vividly that like the cafe in Central Park used to open a little bit late, but now they close very, very early. And basically after certain time, after 9 o'clock, the only place you can get food is Cafe Promenade and the pizza place. I don't know. I remember vividly there are more choices, and I remember eating burgers and fries at 12 o'clock. But last time when we went on a cruise, there was no burger and fries. I went past really early. So I noticed that they started to close down things really, really, really early. So here's what I think. I think it's kind of weird that they're opening restaurants super early and close them super early, because just think about it, people are on vacation. Who wake up at 6 a.m. on vacation? I know some people do that. They already have a biological clock. They wake up every day at 6 o'clock, so they wake up during vacation at 6 o'clock. But when I go on a vacation, I want to wake up a little bit late and I want to go to bed a little bit late. But apparently after a certain time, you just don't have any choices for food. And of course you can order room service, but that's not included unless you book a suite. Okay, so the next thing is what I noticed, because there is going to be a new ship rolling out, the Icon of the Seas, the biggest ship of the entire world. I'm so excited to go on that, but I can't because I was actually trying to book for my next cruise because currently when I'm like filming this, I'm actually pregnant. I don't know if you can tell, but I was planning to celebrate my baby's first year birthday on the next cruise on Icon of the Seas. I was talking to family, we're looking at the dates, but apparently your baby has to be over 12 months old. So the first day of sail, your baby has to meet 12 months old, which means my baby cannot celebrate his birthday on the ship because apparently when the baby gets on ship, he may not be the 1-year-old. Like he may not be the 12 months, fully 12 months. I think it's kind of annoying. I kind of understand the policies are policies, but I just feel like, wait, but then like they can go on Disney World, but they can't go on ship. So I guess I won't be reporting you my experience with Icon of the Seas for a while. And there are 2 more changes that are pretty exciting. The first one is there is going to be a first ever around the world cruise planned departing from Miami in December 2023, which is this year. And it's going to be 274 nights, 150 destinations across 60 countries. I feel like if you're retired, this is perfect. This is perfect. This is my dream of traveling around the world. If I am retired right now, I want to go on that. I don't know how I feel about it. They're gonna test it out to see how the customers, how it's booked and everything. If it's good, then maybe they'll do it again. I hope that they keep that. I wish to do that when I am older, to do it with my husband. Then we can go to 60 countries, 150 destinations. That would be a great time when we're retired, of course, to travel around the world. And another news is the Perfect Day at Coco Cay. They're going to open a adult-only beach finally, but I guess I won't be too happy about that because I will be having a baby this year. So for the next 18 years, I guess I won't be going to the adult only beach at Perfect Day at Coco Cay, but I've been there. I like it just because I like water activities. I like the beach. My husband is not a big fan because he likes to go to actual like an island, a country to experience the. So it depends. Like if you love water activity, this will be a great place to go to take your kids, or now you can go with adult only for your honeymoon. So yeah, that's it for what, as far as I know about the Royal Caribbean cruise updates and some of my tips and clarifications from my previous vlogs. I hope this video can be helpful to you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you know something that I don't, please comment down below, let me know. I learned so much new tips and things and policies I didn't know from you guys as we all go on different ships and have different experience. So definitely comment down below and let us know. Before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe. And also if you're interested, check out my other vlogs of my previous experience in Royal Caribbean. I've been on Royal Caribbean like for a long time, but I felt so regretful that I didn't take out my camera a long time ago. When I went on to the Harmony of the Seas on the first time, when it was selling out. So definitely, I love those experiences. So check out the vlogs and know what you're expecting. Alright, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and check out my other lifestyle content and food review videos in this channel, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!